The Lost Art with Andrew Cox podcast. Marine Corps League and Till Valhalla Project Ambassador. Now streaming on all major podcast platforms. Thanks for tuning in to the podcast that's given a voice to our veterans. The Lost Art with Andrew Cox. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the Lost Art Podcast. That podcast giving a voice to our veterans. I'm your host, Andrew Cox, and today we're having a fireside chat. But before we get into the episode, are you enjoying the podcast? Make sure you go to the website. That's thelostart.podbean.com. Go check us out, see what we're all about. There's a couple of ways you can help support us. You can go to that website, click on the one-time donation. You can become a patron with a monthly donation. Heck, you could just go check out the merchandise and help spread the love of the podcast. Or, you know what, if you've got a business or you want to advertise something, you can do that right here on the podcast. So there's those ways that you can help support us. A big shout out to the Till Valhalla Project, man. They are out there. They're doing great things. You all need to make sure you're checking them out. Cat is coming up to say hi, and she likes the Till Valhalla Project as well. So just go check it out. And I guess that was it on the Till Valhalla Project. All right, that's tillvalhallaproject.com. Are you a Marine veteran? Are you missing that bond you had on active duty? Then I have a place for you. Join the only congressionally chartered Marine Corps veteran service organization, the Marine Corps League. Get that brother and sisterhood back in your life. Become one of the fewer, the prouder, a Marine Corps League member. All right, we're back here. We're having a fireside chat with the crew, but the crew is just me and you, Bone. How you been doing?
That's it. I'm doing great, man. I'm just, enjoying the dog days of summer. Hopefully this rain that blew through, which is great for this state that always seems to catch on fire this time of year, is, hopefully it tamped that down, and our friends to the north
absolutely.
as well. But just getting through, man. Just living life every day.
That's all we can do, That's all we can do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just got back from, I know we talked about this earlier, but I'll share it. I got back from the Marine Corps League National Convention. It was a pretty cool deal. I did a lot of Facebook Live type of things down there. Met a lot of really cool people, and hopefully we can get more people involved, which it has been. I think it was like 30 some odd people that signed up. I also did like 4 recordings of stories while I was there. So quite a bit. So I'm excited.
That's awesome. That's super productive, because I've often wondered that. I stop and think, I'm like, how does he get all those, people to interview? And obviously there's, millions of, active and retired veterans and all that, but like just to get that, like awareness, like, hey, come on and tell your story, and that, like, so being able to, do kind of a big one-stop shop, that's awesome.
Yeah, this is the furthest that. So I've got them scheduled out all the way to the end of September. Nope. What is this month? This is August. Yeah, all the way to the end of September. So yes. All of August and September are completely full with recordings, which is just fabulous, man. I've never had this many recordings set up. It's usually me scrambling, and I'll get on Facebook and I'll just find veterans and send them messages, and eventually one says, "Yeah, I guess I can do it." So a lot of times it's just random veterans that I send stuff out to too.
It's good. I mean, it's
it's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of is, but I mean, as far as just thinking of communities that would, actually like engage, it seems like it'd be easier than some other ones, or ones where, if you were, Obviously if you're out, like working security at the CIA black site, you're not coming on and talking about things for a few years till stuff gets declassified. But I there's just other careers where it's like, oh, I'm actively working or I'm doing this. It's like people are a little bit more reticent to, come out and, chit chat, especially something that pertains to that. So that's
absolutely, man.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it was good though. Everybody there treated me well. It's a lot of fun. I even got an award while I was there. The National Commandant, TJ Morgan, presented me an award. I was like, whoa, I was not expecting anything. Yeah.
For the bod or just?
For just basically helping support the Marine Corps League. Like, I've been advertising for them and stuff like that. So they just gave me an award for that. And then I set my booth up right at the front where everybody has to walk by and everybody has to leave. So I was right by the front, and I had tons of people stop by. And of course, I was yelling at folks and telling them to stop. And then it's like day one, I'd tell somebody, you need to tell your story. Oh no, I'm good. Thank you. And by like the end of the week, I had wore down many of them. And they were like, okay, fine, I'll tell my story.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yes. Exactly.
Well.
Sometimes it takes more than one shot, or like people got to think about it and take, it wasn't that I was that busy. I couldn't get on and talk to you. It was just like okay, yeah, no, I guess I can do it. And then, some of it being just that him and Han, like, it's not that great a story. It's like, well, you never know, man. They're pretty good. Like everyone's is, there's always at least something interesting or something that's a little different or maybe ties into somebody else's. It's like, it's stuff like that. Like, these people who, like overseas in military, active duty military families and stuff is, different than, what I experienced in, being pretty much CONUS. I guess Hawaii doesn't count as CONUS, but whatever. So
close enough.
It is.
But
it's still America,
Yeah, it's Merca. That's right. I like that. We had just about every single person that stopped by, and I talked to them about it. Almost every one of them was like, I didn't do anything. I don't have anything to talk about. And then it just, you keep at them a little bit and like tell them, hey, every story is important, and I always fall back on this one. I go, or there's two things, but one is, hey, think generationally, right? So think 4 generations from now, there's somebody that's going to be looking back and they're going to want to know what you did while you were in the military. And they won't have anything other than your records, military records. They're not going to have anything. So if you tell your story, they're at least going to have it. They can go see it. It's going to be archived, right? So I always say that, and that works pretty good. And then the other things I always tell everybody is, if you went to boot camp, you got a story. So
110%. And if you were, you were active, like there's barracks stories, right? And depending on the family friendliness of the podcast, you can't always get out all of them, or names need to be redacted for the safety of others. But it's there are those, that's like, if you did that, you got that too. Even if you were, you never want to say the word jest in front of everything. And I think you do a great job of not doing that. And that's basically literally what you just said without saying it is, no, you have a story no matter in what your MOS was, or AFSC or whatever they call it in the Navy, so.
I don't even know what they call it in the Navy. That's a good question.
That is. Yeah. Like,
is it NEC?
Naval something.
If somebody's out there listening, there's 5 of you out there listening. If one of you knows what the Navy calls their MOS, let us know.
Yeah, we don't have a producer to fact check us, or you jump on the Goog,
Where's my producer when I need one?
Right? Where's young Jamie?
Yeah, a lot of times I'll because my wife usually gets on and watches when we do these podcasts. So a lot of times I'll say something and then she'll come in here and be like, "Oh, it's this," and okay. So she's my producer in the background, I guess.
There you go. It's perfect.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do sometimes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but let's see what else. I did an episode. It was the very first episode of the Marine Corps League specific episode. So we're going to start doing that once a month. And I got a co-host, Carlos Garcia. He came on with me. He did a fantastic job. It was a lot of fun. In fact, we had my bayonet and then my machete, and we put the little microphones on the end of them, even though the microphones weren't working for some reason. So when you're interviewing somebody, you're sticking the knife in their face. Right. And like, yeah, go ahead.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was cool. Stuff. Yeah, that's going to be our trademark for it. I think we're gonna do something.
I like that.
But
I like that.
Yeah.
And you get the
it was fun though.
Get a little K-bar with it, or
yeah. So we called it Jarhead Jabber. So yeah. It's pretty cool. Let me see if I can pull up the little logo thing for it while we're sitting here talking.
Heck yeah!
But,
even
I went on the AI. Yeah. I went on the AI, and you notice how I say the AI, but but it ended up. I just told it, hey, this is the kind of stuff that I want. And of course, AI, it gets to know you after a while or what have you. And it took me it came up with the first one and then I had to change it a little bit. But it's amazing what it came up with. And this is based off of what it knows about me and stuff too. Look at that. Jarhead Jabber, a podcast episode for the Marine Corps League.
That is awesome.
That's pretty good, right?
Yeah, that's really good, man. That's that's
AI, man. It's ingenious. It knows so much, and it kind of scares me. It knows way more than I do.
Well, and it's crazy because something like that. I'm not completely unartistic, but a lot of people. I mean, whether maybe you could take some oil and canvas and create a masterpiece, but you wouldn't know how to do it electronically. You know what I mean? Or there's people whose entire jobs in 90s and 2000s, you could go to school to go literally make that on a computer. And it was, it's a gift, right? Like a skill and all that. And now you can ask AI and, ask it again or be more specific, or then maybe you get in there and tinker with it if you can do that. But that's, I just was like, oh man, that's crazy. And now you can just ask our future overlord to whip you up a pick and it looks amazing like that. That's
you said future overlord. I like it. Oh man. But yeah. I don't know. I do most everything, all my graphics, things like that, I do through AI now. So I give it a basic concept or a basic idea. I might post hey, I want a certain logo or a certain font or something like that I'll see, and I'll put a picture of it in there and just say, do it in this font, or utilize this logo, but do these things with it. And it's amazing what it comes up with.
No kidding. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good deal. Somebody thumbed up that one. Hey, if you're out there in there's 4 of you listening on X, which is pretty cool. And then there's one on the face pages. One on the face page. If you're out there, tell us who you are and what you're doing and where you're at, and maybe ask a question or two. Anyway, sorry, just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Let's see what else has been happening. Now, you've been staying at home or hanging out in the area there because you're not in school right now. Is that right?
I heard they hanging out. What?
Sorry, you're hanging out at the house, and
yeah. Well, I just that's about it, man. Walking the dogs, getting a workout in, waiting for the missus to come home and cook. That's like cooking counts as a hobby. My therapist told me that. So
Oh,
thanks, Deb. Yeah, she's like, wait, like if you actually like pick out something or know a recipe or look one up and then buy the shit and make it. It isn't like it doesn't count if you just like, open an oven and put in like a Stouffer's lasagna, which is delicious, but that's not
what?
therapeutic or a hobby,
Since
I reckon.
since when does that not? You those lasagnas are really good, man.
They are. They are.
I
Oh, I'm not bagging on it. I'm not bagging on Stover's flatbread anything. Flat bread, fill in the blank, delicious. The lasagna is
yeah
amazing. I think it's only a
yeah
hobby though if you like, I don't know, like assemble it yourself perhaps, you know.
yeah
So,
that's
but
a
yeah,
lot of
just getting
time and
like a lot
effort.
of that. It is. Well, speaking of effort too, right? Like that's the other thing. As much as I love cooking, if you make it for more than 4 people, or what the
Mm-hmm.
family unit or size you're used to, things get
Mm-hmm.
real way off the rails for me. And I don't know if it's my
Oh
ADD
yeah.
brain or what, but it's just like how much of this, how much meat that, like the
Mm-hmm.
serving size and portion stuff, on like your Pinterest or whatever you get these, things, or if it's just a recipe in your head, you're gonna like put them like, is like 8 pounds a lot of meat, right? Like you start to like, I mean, for X number of people, and you're like, well,
Yeah.
it's not a lot at all for 20, but that's how I get like lost, and I'm trying to do like Chinese calculus in my brain, like, shit, man, how
Yeah.
much skirt steak do I need for this asada? You know, but I figure it out.
You
I
get,
figure it out. It's hard. It's hard.
yeah,
You
yeah,
gotta. That's what I need to invent. Patent pending. I need to get like I'm not gonna invent it. AI. You just ask it. I should. That's what I
oh, there you
should
go.
start utilizing
Yeah,
it for. Is, hey, bro, tell me, or Gronk or whatever you call them now, Chat GPT, how much?
yeah.
Probably be good. And then they'll scale it too, right? Because it gets to know you. It knows I want
Mm-hmm.
like the American portion, not the you know
Ooh, yeah,
whatever, like tiny Euro trash portion. So
yeah. You know what's really cool is it saves all of your conversations in its own little folder, or not folder, but its own little chat group.
hmm,
So every
no
time you
kidding.
start a conversation with it, it creates that. So you can go back to them, look at everything. You can also tell it, hey, take this conversation and basically do a outline for it or something like that, and it'll come back with anything. Or you can say put it on in a PDF, and it'll take everything
Huh?
and put it on a PDF. It's truly
That's
amazing.
that's pretty cool. That's
Hmm.
that's like, yeah. Some of the I say the kids. They're some of the young adults that I attend nursing school with. Um, Kind of utilize that for like
Yeah.
they'll either take their note taking and turn it into that,
Hmm.
like, yeah, either take exactly how you described it and like create it that way so they have the thing to read, or they'll take
Right.
whatever written printed word and somehow pump that into the system, and then it'll kick out like an audio file, right, or something like that, that'll
Yep.
if you prefer to listen to it while you're doing something like that. So I yeah, I've never played with it, but that's definitely like, yeah, a technology that the modern college, modern, bleh, excuse me, tongue tied, modern college kids like
Hmm.
utilizing, and it's like pretty effective.
Yeah, well, not just the college kids. Think about the like my kids. They're 10 and 12. They're working on stuff that I have got. Like they know stuff I don't know about these phones, the computer, all that stuff. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, yeah, that tech, yeah, that how tech savvy they are with everything like that, and
Yeah.
just yeah, it's what you don't you get lost so fast it changes, and
Right.
um, I was listening to a podcast, and I forget which one, but they were kind of mentioning how um, TikTok's being utilized, which I don't have due to its issues with China, but um, it's, my girls do, right? And,
Yeah.
my wife does. And it's like, billions of people do, right? But it's
Yeah.
like, it's getting used almost by like younger people. And I confirmed
Hmm.
this with my teenage daughters that it's like almost like a Google. So
Yeah.
you put in the search engine what you want to hear about or listen to a song and dance about or this and that, and you're going to
Hmm.
get those clips of whatever length, And so it's just like,
Yeah.
oh, that's pretty cool, man. You just open up with a TikTok, and someone somewhere is going to be talking about that topic or that question, So
Yeah.
it's
Very true.
yeah, they utilize that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have
Yeah.
thought.
I think we've come so far. I mean, think back to when we were kids, and where we're at now. I mean, it's just insane.
You
I
used to
mean,
have to get the. Oh, go ahead.
when did you get your first cell phone?
I got my first cell phone after basic training when I was at tech school. So
Okay.
yeah, that's so 2001. Yeah,
Yeah.
late 2001, and yeah, there was like what two options, AT&T or the other one, and AT&T back then to get it, I remember it being like $600 up front,
Oh
not for the
yeah.
phone, not for the little crappy
You
T9
can't even
text, which
really
I
text on
refused to
it.
do,
Yeah.
right? Like, but it was just like that was the deposit that you would have
Yeah.
to put down to get AT&T's cell plan. And so then I went with whatever the other one was. I don't remember if it was Verizon, Sprint. Like it was like the one or two
I
options.
know.
But I remember, yeah, just because that was like, okay, well, I guess I'm an adult now, and if I want to call somebody or call home, you know what I mean? Otherwise, you had to like track down
Yeah.
a landline, or you had to go to the daggum. Still had payphones. I mean, someone's
Yeah.
got to
You
be
got to go to
listening
the
to this that,
payphone.
yeah, that used one back in the day, which is just
Did you
wild.
ever have to call collect?
Oh yeah, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I would do the it's Bob, we got a baby eats a boy, that like commercial, where like you rip
Yeah.
off the thing. It was like state your name. It's like I'm at the wrestling practice is over. Pick me up, Dad. Click.
Yeah.
Like call declined, right? Like they wouldn't take it. So
Yeah.
that's the only time.
It gave you like what, 2 seconds or something like that to say it or whatever your
Yeah.
name, and then you just had to spit out what you needed to get out.
Just get it out quick. Just yeah. So that was I think that's
Oh man.
yeah. What a different time, man. You just used to have like
Oh yeah.
intentionally carry change, like 25, 35 cents in your pocket to, you know,
True.
just in
Yeah.
case, you needed to make a phone call. So,
Yeah. And think about how many people today actually walk around with change in their pocket.
oh, I know.
I
I
bet you
intentionally
it's
go out of my way not to. Yeah. Like,
yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, who
I
does?
usually put it like I'll put it in the center console or I'll do something just so I don't have it clutter in my pocket.
Man, I'll leave 90 cents. And that's not because I'm charitable, because I'm really not. Like, I'll just leave that penny, take a penny. I'm like, I don't want that shit in my pocket. Like, but if,
That's
you know what I
yeah,
mean? It,
I do.
which is
Yeah.
just stupid, right? I should take it home, save it, find one of the one coin star that exists within the hour drive
Oh
of you,
yeah.
right? Because those have shrunk in number, but like
Oh yeah.
there's no there's no freaking yeah. It's funny to think of like the reasons for change, right? The phone, um,
Hmm.
my I had a car tire get low, and then so
Oh,
you remember when air
gotta
used
get
to just be
air.
free, but
Yeah.
it was like 4 quarters in your car all the time for air, because it went from God, I think it went from nothing to $1 instantly, right? Whatever, it just skipped
Hmm.
inflation, and when they started, banging you out for $1 each time, but now it's got a card reader, it's got the chip or the
Yeah.
swipe, and it's like, I
Yeah.
guess I bill me whatever, I gotta get some PSIs in this bad boy. So
Yeah.
yeah, you don't even have to have it for that anymore.
There's the one of the stores here in town. I think it's what is the name of that store? I can't remember it, but they have free air. All the other stores you got to pay, like you got to put money in or you got to swipe your card or
Mm.
whatever. But that place, they just drive up, air up your tire, and leave.
See, that's
It's a
nice.
good
And
deal.
they had that at like it used to be a Cinex, now it's a CH. I don't know. It's some, small town, the local feed store slash,
Yeah.
Quickie Mart type place, and they had it, but then it like
Hmm.
died. So then it's like never been fixed, or it gets shut off in the winter. God, I don't, it's like what a great thing to have. Although in this Amazon culture, though, you could just get yourself a little itty bitty, plug it into the wall or plug it into the car charger, like tire inflator
Oh
adapter,
yeah.
and it might take you, they're not great, they're not powerful, but you don't have to be a mechanic or a, you know, hobbyist that inflates
Yeah.
tires day in and day out to like get one for cheap. And it's like, well, I mean, you just, but,
Well,
or
speaking
not,
of
I don't know.
yeah, speaking of TikTok, now they have all the TikTok shop or whatever it is where you can find all these crazy gadgets and stuff. I saw one that was a compressor of some sort that will air up your tire, and it fit in the palm of your hand.
Right.
You don't
Yeah.
have
It's like,
you didn't have even have to plug it in. Like I don't know how it works, but I thought it was very interesting.
get a charge on it. And then, I wonder how well it works, or,
Yeah, yeah, that I
I
don't
mean, I'm
know.
sure it does. I'm sure they can't sell it if it completely doesn't
Well,
work, or not. I don't know how that really
I don't
goes.
know.
Or
They've sold worse things, I would imagine.
I've never ever actually like fallen prey to the online gadget gizmo advertising, but I'm always
Yeah,
like hyper stimulated by it. I'm like, that's the invention. That's great. Like, well, wouldn't that? I mean, don't I need Flex Shot and or Flex Seal to paint on some shit or something? Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're gonna put the screen on the boat and the thing, and I'm like, it's. I don't know, for some reason, that level of advertising and how they do it, and then those stupid products, right? Like, I've never
yeah.
called up and ordered or anything like that, or you know, but
You know
just so tempting.
the one item I want to get is that tape that it has the water and it's rolling out, and then they slap that tape on it, and then it stops it from running.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like a
the
big
like the
hole in it.
Flex Seal
Oh, is
thing.
that what it is?
Yeah, they have
Flex
it. It,
Flex
it
Seal,
comes in a
Flex
can,
tape.
or you can get it on the tape.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The can stuff works good. My wife
Does it?
uses it to make. Yeah, you can actually use it to like stencil. She uses it for like when she was crafting, but specifically like doormats, right? So if you have like a stencil and you want to design and you want
Yeah.
to put it on your like little sisal brown, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It's a standard plain doormat. You can fancy it up with
Yeah.
that stuff, right? And so then it's permeates. It's all water resistant, and that. So I was like, oh, so I mean,
Hmm.
so
That's
tons of
cool.
uses for everything, man. Like duct tape,
Oh
or
yeah.
you know. But
Hey,
it's funny.
speaking of products, man, I wanted to give you and your wife a shout out there.
Oh,
Uh,
thank you.
what is that? I can't see it.
Yep, you got it there. It's
Stand for the flag.
stand for the
Okay.
flag. Yeah.
Yeah, man, these things, woo, they smell good. Oh
Still
my
burning
god.
too. Awesome. Good.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I told you they
Nice.
burn forever, man. They
It's
go and go
great.
and go. Yeah.
Yeah. Where can they find that? Where can they get it?
They can
If
get
you're out
that.
there.
You can find it online at House in the Trees, um, on Instagram, the website, and it's like HITT. Um, but hit House in the Trees, and it's on all those standard platforms, where you just put it in the Google machine, and yeah, it's
So
we
that's the
don't.
name of it, House in the Tree.
Yeah, the company.
Got it.
And obviously, we have a bunch of different
Boom.
varieties of
House in
candle,
the
and yep,
Tree.
House in the Trees.
There
So
you go.
you can find that, and I mean, mostly we're all over Whatcom County and a little bit in Skagit, in like retail spaces and stuff. But
Yeah.
should we start moving more units and having to ship? Maybe we need to get a little ship station or Shopify or something. But we'll ship it. We'll make it work. Especially the fans of the pod. So
There you go. There
you
you
got
go.
to take care of people. Your house should smell nice,
It should.
So
It should smell nice.
yeah, and it's mostly all natural. You say these things, right? But
Yeah.
it's not unnatural. Let's put it that way,
Yeah.
right? You get a nice crackling cedar wick. You know what I mean? I'm sure if you
Yeah.
break it down, the flavoring or the scent. Sorry, I always call it flavoring, but like that scent is just it's
Yeah.
a store. But you have to go like purchase these from
Right.
places where you would you know buy that stuff. So it's like, is that
Hmm.
you know what I mean? It's not like, I don't believe it's plant extract or anything. If somebody's super jammed up about all that, but
Yeah.
it's not non-toxic
In
at
here
least, right?
on it, it says hand poured soy and coconut wax candle. Notes of
Yeah,
coconut, cinnamon, vanilla, and tonka.
there you
I don't
go.
know what tonka is. What's
I don't
tonka?
either.
Tonka.
Beat beats me,
Tonka.
man.
Tonka. Yeah,
Like the
that's
truck.
above
It
my pay
smells
grade.
like that old
That's it.
giant metal
Smells like
toy.
the truck.
You probably, what
That
if it
yeah,
did?
okay.
What if it was like a little bit of rusty
I
metal
don't know.
and the plastic tire? Like you somehow
Yeah.
make. There you
I
go.
mean,
That's
you
some like.
could. You could.
I wish. Yeah. See, I wish I was like smarter and better at chemistry, and like literally you could do just nothing but nostalgia bait smells, where you could make like like this smells like a Tonka truck. Because if you think about it,
Yeah.
that does smell, right? Whether it's brand new
Uh-huh.
out of the box, a little different. I'm thinking of
Yeah.
the one that's been outside in the sandbox in the weather.
Got rusted
Um,
over. Yeah.
yeah, that you can make that like that hot hose water smell. Something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's things like like even a hot metal slide from our childhoods, right? Like that thing,
Oh, gee.
when it got some actual heat off it, like
Oh my
it
God.
it smelled away, which is,
Yeah.
and
Smelt
sometimes that
like
would change like, yep,
burning child flesh coming
burning,
down the
a child's burning flesh would also happen. Ah,
it was horrible. Yeah. Hey, did you ever have the what's it called? The witch's hat? It was like it almost like a cone type shape, and it just had the one thing touching at the top, but there was a bar in a big circle around it, and you could swing. You could go in circles, or you can swing it back and
no.
forth and do all kinds of stuff. We had that on our playground. Many a kid got hurt on that thing,
We
but
had
they didn't
tire
take it
swings were
down.
huge big. They must have gotten
Yeah,
rid of the cone pointed one before my
yeah,
time, but tire swings were big for that. And then, but that's also like you could fit too many kids on it, so then it's like the horseplay ratchets up, or you get,
yeah,
you get just spinning, and then you add a little inject of bullying or something, and then next thing you know,
yeah.
his kid's barfing all over himself, or you know. But it was good, right? Well, you learn who you can trust. You just grow some eyes in the
Well,
back of your head, because you don't want to be
that's
sitting
true.
on a tire swing when Debo
Yeah,
walks up and starts spinning that motherfucker and won't let you off. Like you're you're gonna get sick, you know?
yeah.
It's
Oh my
crazy.
God, man, that's funny. Hey, what about that Stuart Scheller? Did you see the thing that he posted? He called out two or three different general officers in that. Mark Milley, James Mattis. I thought there
Yeah, it
was
was
another
Miller,
one.
Madison, not Kelly. Was it?
I
Yeah,
don't know. Hold on.
General.
Was it Kelly?
I think it might have been.
Oh, Patrick Donahue.
Okay.
Don Donahue,
Yeah, it's got to be
something like that.
Donahue.
Yeah. But yeah, man, he blasted him. I was like, dang, he's not holding back.
No, it was really articulate and intelligently
Yeah,
expressed. I
it
was,
was. It
and
was.
it made me stop and double think. I think,
Hmm.
which is good, right? So I mean,
Oh yeah.
I retired in 21, right? May of 21,
Hmm.
and I'm not privy to what goes behind the scenes at headquarters,
Right.
or especially among the general officership. I
Yeah.
had to claw my way into, you know, board meetings and stuff with just my meta unit, right? So,
Hmm.
um, and so, you get some insight when you get rank E7 and above, right? E70,
Hmm.
89. And, but I always thought I had, at least locally at the guard level, what seemed like really good leadership, right? And with
Yeah.
joint base, these super joint base things they have, the high ranking Army leadership seemed pretty good too.
Yeah.
There's just got to be something about the Pentagon, the national stage things. It's politics do come into play. I don't know, but I
Well,
just always took it as,
they for sure come into play when it comes to general officers, because they have to be able to, I guess, communicate and talk with all the congressmen and stuff like that, because that's who says they can get the next star or not.
right. Well,
So,
and that's just it. You got to toe a party line, and if it's
mhm.
if this is a priority as opposed to this, you know, um, I can be a little Pollyanna-ish, and sometimes just be like, okay, like you take military, it's rank structure. You respect the rank for sure.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just throw the man or woman in with it, right?
Hmm.
And so, I mean, being a little bit, I wouldn't say cynical, but just paying a little closer attention to, like, well, wait, why are they going along with this? Is it to get that third or fourth star, or
Yeah.
is it because they've just lost sight of what what we should actually really be prioritizing? It's
Yeah.
as far as projecting our military strength and all that. So I think, I was like, oh shoot, like, yikes.
Yeah.
But
I was definitely surprised to see that. I mean, it was pretty in detail. If
mhm.
you haven't seen it, go check Stuart Scheller. Go check him out, and on the face pages, and you can see his full um, rant, if you will. I don't
Yeah,
know if I'd
it's a
call it a
good
rant,
read.
but
It's
yeah.
it's not, and it's not just it's not just trashing for the sake of trashing, or like
Right.
profanity laced tirade or anything. It's because I think I was writing off Mattis's last statements and stuff is that the age comes for all of us, and after long years of service and sometimes combat and things like that, and just
Hmm.
that level of leading people, like you get old, you get long in the tooth, and it seems like with some of
I haven't
that
heard that in a while.
advanced age, that's these people don't, they're not they're not clamoring for war. They're not as war hawkish, right?
Right.
You look at, and
Right.
you can even see this with, like, when when you look back to Native American chiefs
Hmm.
that were leading. They all came up as warriors and things like that, but then they
Right.
had gotten older, wiser, and a lot of them were like, no, we it's that perspective of like, yeah, I went and
Look.
did it, but they don't want to
Yeah.
go send their sons and daughters to war to
Right. Yeah.
potentially die, or these things. So I kind of chalk it up to maybe that, like, it's not being soft. It's just a little bit of different perspective with age,
Oh
because
yeah. Yeah.
you get to
Absolutely.
soak all that in, and you've had all that trauma and fun. Look at, I mean, like, there's pros and cons to military service, law enforcement service, first responder, EMS stuff, but
Oh yeah.
it's also awesome, and the stories and the things, and but when you get like mature, that's the good word. Let's not say old, but just with time and maturity and hell. But when you're
Right.
60 and you're out of it, or when you're 70, you're gonna start. I don't know. I just kind of chalked it up to that, but then
Yeah.
you start looking at other info and making comparisons,
Hmm.
and I mean, I don't know. It's what it is.
Yeah, and who knows, man? They like you were saying, they see things that we don't see just by the nature of where they've been, what they've done. Uh, they're way more into that stuff than I ever will be. Um, so it's just a matter of, okay, well, which way do you look at it and hope for the best? At least on my level, it is.
Right, right. Yeah, it's so crazy macro level, and it's you know and that's just it. It's like mission planning. You could, like, I did mission planning for SWAT. That's
Hmm.
like that's like a nothing burger almost, right? There's a template.
Yeah.
You 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 have the data you have. If you don't have some, maybe you get it. Maybe you just don't have it. You have to, you know, it's not that complex, but now that's just a
Hmm.
portion of this. Now you're talking manpower, budgets,
Yeah.
equipment, things like all this, and then yeah, that span gets just so big, and
Oh
so
yeah.
it's just so massive that like I mean, I don't know. That ain't for me. I got to get it down to like the micro level, what I
Yeah.
can see in front of me and manage and, affect. So,
Yeah. I've said this before, but I don't think I'd ever want to be a general officer ever. Like the amount of stuff that they have to deal with, the amount of like just their work day. I mean, it's so long, and then they're at the whim of, travel here, travel there, and they're constantly out, constantly doing stuff. Man, it'd be horrible in my opinion. But
yeah. Yeah. It completely seems like it would be. But I mean, but that's also some people. I think that's just a personality thing too, right? Because just
yeah,
some people like before he was president, like it or lump it, the Trumps of the world, um,
yeah,
those like guys with their, I don't know, man, those old school, just like hustlers, whether it's Wall Street
hmm,
business, things like that, like big time real estate and stuff,
right,
that's like they're into it, and
yeah,
they make it they make it work. And I mean, I'm sure usually something gives or fails somewhere,
hmm,
or is just lesser prioritized than the other thing. But yeah, just to think of like, the amount of, I don't know, it's a really wide bandwidth and a lot of time and work, and for,
right.
I don't know, for being the most grossly underpaid CEO ever. If you equate it to that, because
Yeah,
that's what they
that's
are.
true.
They're like basically big time CEOs with that level of
Yeah,
education and training and experience. It's just in
absolutely.
war fighting for the government. So in classic
Yeah.
fashion, you ain't getting paid, baby. But I don't know. You know what? Don't, nobody out there listening, don't shed a tear or lose any sleep for them, because they get out and write books and work for
Oh
corporate
yeah, that's
America
true.
after that, and they do okay. Um, should they choose to, or maybe they just
They do
retire
better
and
than okay. They do
yeah, they do really
incredibly
okay.
well.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
get it on the back end if you do that, and God love them. You know what? We need them. So
Yeah.
I'm not, you know.
You know, uh, I was at a retreat and I can't remember where this was. Oh, A Hero, when I went down to do that, a fishing retreat.
Mhm.
And some of the things that he was saying that people that are incredibly successful and things that they have in common, it was they woke up every morning at 05. They would always spend an hour praying, and then they would spend a time PT, and then they wouldn't ever look at their phone until it was time to go to work, right? The work time.
Mhm.
And that was the first time they'd look at their phone. And that, like that morning routine, well, I won't say every, I don't know that for sure, but many of the
Yeah,
very successful people do that.
I
It's
think
just a
it's I think
routine that they
it's
do.
I think it's smart, and I think it's one of those things you're hearing, even if you take it to that like health and wellness. You can
Mhm.
take things that like the Andrew Hubermans of the world say, or
Yeah.
before he, you know, stuff the stuff the hardcore fitness type folk and stuff
Oh
like
yeah.
that. It's like or Earth Muffins even. It's like, yeah, get up, get grounded, get up early,
Yeah.
get some sun in your eyes. Um,
Hmm.
be mindful, pray, meditate.
Yeah.
Um, just even if it's just gratitude, right? Like brought up,
Yeah.
that. So okay, now you're doing that, and then yeah, a little bit of PT, right, for your body and your
Hmm.
mind, and that makes sense all the way around for everybody, from like the best
Yeah.
general officers to your guys, to your freaks like Dwayne the Rock Johnson, right? You got
Yeah.
you don't get that jacked and stay that way that long And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gear or no gear,
Very true.
like, that's that highly successful. I don't set an alarm
Hmm.
in the morning. Gross. Unless unless I have to for a schedule, right? But I mean, that's of late. I'm sure that'll change
Yeah.
at some point. But I've also often thought about it because, like, I don't, you know what I mean? I
You
like
know
my
what? I
8-9 hours. I'm
I
sure I can get by with 6.5, 7.
Yeah. You know, if I do wake up at like, because normally I do wake up around 05. Like that's a normal thing. I'll wake up, look around type of thing. And I'll feel very like, oh man, I feel good, you know. But if I lay in bed and don't move, I go back to sleep. And then I get up later, I'm all groggy, I'm all tired, and I'm like, ah. So I think there's something to it.
I think so. Yeah, get up and then just do whatever. And I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, I concur. It just, there's only so many hours in the day and so many hours and minutes in your life. I'm not saying burn the candle at both ends is not the greatest thing either. You know what I mean? You're just
Right.
like,
Yeah.
you need sleep. You need sleep to be happy and
Hmm.
healthy. But like you said, it's yeah, like you do feel better. I feel better when I get up and at 'em. Like, okay, I'm up and
Hmm.
you know, get
Who
moving,
was it?
do
There
something.
was a Navy SEAL, and I can't remember who it was, but he was doing a speech, I think at a college, and he was saying that first thing you roll out of bed, what's the first thing you should do is make
Make
your
your bed.
bed, because then at least you've accomplished something for the day. Even if you don't accomplish anything else, you've accomplished at least one thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Jocko Willink.
Is that
Um,
who it was?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
every morning post picture of his watch 0400 to get up and go get a workout in, but then making the bed. Like, you get up
yeah,
and make your. It's discipline. You know,
yeah. Well,
it's
yeah, it is.
and that's it's
Oh,
discipline's good for you.
who's the actor that? Oh, Mark Wahlberg, I think is who it is. His like he sleeps like four hours a night or something. I
Yeah.
mean it's and he wakes up at like 3 in the morning, and I mean his routine that he does is ridiculous. I mean truly amazing. I mean there's no way that I would be able to do anything remotely close to that, but I'm gonna look it up. Mark
Zero three
Wahlberg.
hundred's a little extreme, but I mean, I'm not
I
sure we.
It works for him, but
Hey, yeah, exactly. Hey, if you're pretty high functioning, successful person, or at least that we know, and
okay. Oh, dang. Okay, I was a little wrong. Uh, this is very interesting. Typical daily schedule: 2:30 a.m. wake up, 2:45 a.m. prayer time, 3:15 a.m. breakfast, 3:40 to 5:15 a.m. workout, 5:30 a.m. post workout meal, 6 a.m. shower, 7:30 a.m. golf, 8 a.m. snack, 9:30 cryo chamber recovery, 10:30 a.m. snack, 11 a.m. family time, meetings, work calls. And then 1 is lunch, 2 is meetings and work calls, 3 is pick up kids in school, 3:30 is snack, 4 is workout, 5 is shower, 5:30 is dinner, family time, and then 7:30 is his bedtime.
oh, so he is going to bed. I was literally before you
Yeah.
read it, I was about to say out loud. I mean, I guess if you're going to bed at 6 or 7, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. He just likes to. Dang,
I
going
mean,
to
he's
bed
still getting
7
7
seems
hours of
early.
rest,
Yeah, yeah,
right? From
yeah.
7:30 to 2:30. But
However you do it,
that's
whatever works out for you.
I mean, there's no way I could structure anything that and keep it and maintain it. I might be able to do it for a day.
Right. Well, that's
Then it
see, and
would.
but that's kind of one of the beautiful things, right, about the military is it's
Yeah.
structured for you. You don't
Oh
you
yeah,
don't
that's a good
have that
point.
choice per se. That, you know what I mean? For those people
Yeah.
who need it. I mean, it's different to have served as long as you did and then retire. It's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
let's add that into the equation as well, right? Like,
Uh-huh.
forced fun, mandatory 0600 PT, and
Right.
and the lower your rank, the earlier you are getting there, because it's 15 to 30 minutes before what the
Right.
chief actually put down. So you know what I mean? And so then from the,
Yeah.
and when it gets to like the sergeant, that's an hour. And then
Yeah.
your squad leader is telling you half hour before that, you're there 2.5 hours, 04:30 in
Yeah.
the morning. PT's not till 7. What are you doing? Just getting yelled at, maybe smoked by your,
Yeah.
junior leadership. Ew.
Yeah. It's
But
that whole 15 to the 15 of the 15 of the
15, it's
it's
that, and
just
that shit
ridiculous.
literally rolls downhill, so to
Yeah.
speak, or it can, So it makes
Yeah.
sense
Yeah.
that by the end maybe you don't want to completely engage in that. You get a little sleep, but I think
Yeah.
that's the fine line too, right? If you're sleeping like over 10 hours, maybe there's something else going
Right.
on too, right? It sounds a
Yeah.
little depression-y, and things like
Hmm.
that. So it's like, what works for you in that window and the fine line and all the,
Yeah.
but that's the other crazy thing. You talk about, like, I don't know that AI is necessarily running it, but like with modern medicine and testing and all the information that's out there from every different kind of, um, just health, wellness, and longevity. So let's put it that way.
Hmm.
Obviously, you're going to train differently to be a gymnast, a prima ballerina, a
Yeah.
strongman, ultra heavyweight, right? Like the eating, but just just in general, the run of the mill, um, averaged 40, 50-year-old dude thing, like there's so much data out there that, with a few simple biometrics and a blood test, you can get pretty dialed in. And
Yeah.
sleep too, like the amount of sleep you should have and need. And it's like, okay, I should get one of those watches that do that, but I'm always such a luddite and I'm paranoid. I'm still a little paranoid about the, like, that stupid, that wiretaps people pay for to keep in their house so that they
Yeah.
can, I don't know, turn on the lights for you or play music for the dog, whatever that Amazon shit. You know what I'm talking about? I can't even
Yeah.
think
I
of the name
do.
of
I
it. Like,
do.
it's
Yeah.
just
I don't
no.
know the name
Like,
of it.
nah. And the watch kind of similar, but then of
Well,
course I'm walking around with this thing that
it's yeah, that's
is
listening
doing
to everything you're saying.
the exact
Yeah.
same thing, even to the point where I play a little like Scrabble Go, Funsies little like word game. Till
Uh-huh.
Valhalla is like the number one advertiser, like on that
Really?
in between turns. Yeah, the Till Valhalla project, like
Wow.
their online store. So, well, which is cool. Like, and I actually have supported them and ordered stuff from there. My wife and I have, right, in the past.
Yeah.
But it's just funny. Like, that's what are we talking about, right? It's sitting here by the
Hmm.
computer, and it's
That's
picking up.
interesting.
It picks it all up. So as much as I should just get the Whoop or the Jupe or the, I wouldn't get an Apple Watch to save my life, but whatever that thing is, it tracks your sleep, tracks this, tracks that, because it's just like,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's good, good data to have. Like, all
Yeah.
intel's good
Yeah.
intel, right? Like, even if it's, even something's bad going on, it's like, well, at least right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. At
do
least you
something
have
about it, or
knowledge of it. So that's better than nothing for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. I'm gonna have to get over my paranoia. So it's what it is. See, but at least I
Well, I think
acknowledge that I have it, right? So that's a good
yeah,
step, right?
yeah.
I was like, okay,
It, yeah, that's a
yeah,
good step in the right direction. I think it's all the movies about, those types of things, the computers listening to us and taking over and all that craziness. I think it's all that made us paranoid.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, and the times we grew up in we didn't have it yet, and some of those things
Yeah,
have like
true. Yeah.
come to pass, right? The fact that
Hmm.
the whole joke of like your teacher, like you're not gonna have a calculator with you at all times. Memorize your times tables,
Yeah.
really, and
Yeah, I do.
I don't expect them to eat their words, but they wrong. You wrong, because
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
this, right? And
They
that's,
messed that one up.
the
Yeah.
things I don't leave home without almost ever, unless I forget it. But like, the things you always have on you are like, what? Wallet,
Your wallet,
phone,
phone,
and a
keys.
knife. And I bring a
Oh
knife,
yeah,
and I don't
knife.
pack
Yeah, I
and
always
I
bring
don't
a
pack
knife.
a
Yeah.
gun everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Unless I'm going to a place where they love to disarm you, such as your local sports arena, or you know,
Yeah.
don't go pack into a federal building. That's one of their bugaboos.
Ooh,
Even if you're commissioned law enforcement, they're like,
that,
they're like, what? They're like, no, turn around and lock it in your rig. Like, what?
ooh,
It's crazy, but
man.
yeah.
Have
I
you
mean,
heard of individuals going to the airport and forgetting that they have their gun and then going, like, trying to go through TSA and everything, and then they're like, because that's a federal offense, man.
yeah, if you get it too
Trying to
far, once you
smuggle it
get
in.
to that
Hmm.
thing, I've had it a couple of times where I've been traveling with people and we've checked firearms the right way,
Yeah. Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah,
way
yeah.
before locked in, all the things. But like you have a knife on you, and it's
Oh
like a lot
God,
of
that's the
times
worst.
they're sentimental, or you got
Hmm.
it. You know, one guy was like his Green Beret like graduation folding. Like, I'm like, you're not gonna give that to
Wow.
them or let them throw it away. Like, so you have to sprinting back, like, please, 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 please get my luggage. Oh my, you know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I've lost a couple to like, you know, going to Safeco or whatever it is, like, you know,
Hmm.
the local stadium, and you got a little folder on you, and of course they're
Yeah, that's the
patting you
worst, is
down, doing
because
this.
you never think about it. It's just
Right.
there when you need it.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Right.
you don't know it's there, you know?
Exactly. And it's like entirely their prerogative. And so,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
that's the sucky thing. But you always you got to think about that. But that's the stuff you always have on you, right? That
Hmm.
ID, a payment device, which is the wallet, you know. And then
Yeah,
I guess for us dudes, like women listening, I'm not sure how minimalist or maximalist your bag
that's
is.
true. Yeah.
They range. They
Because
range
it
from
could
a
range
barely bigger than this.
it can range from a wallet to a backpack, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're freaking giant, yeah, beach bag that you can fit 2 5 gallon Culligan jugs in. You know, like volume wise. Not, you probably wouldn't want to
Yeah.
carry those around, but unless you were, I
Right.
don't know,
Yeah, yeah,
maybe going to the desert, you want that water.
yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Shoot, man. Is there anything you wanted to talk about?
Ah, man, I don't know. We kind of talked about a bunch of stuff, a little
Yeah.
interesting
Bunch
stuff.
of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to. I mean, there's something I was going to think of, and it escaped my brain. It's kind of like a health wellness topic, and it was something different. And then adjacent, it might have even been something Mike said. I have to go back and listen to like the last episode I was on
Yeah.
and see if I can remember it. But nah, you know, talked
All
about a
right.
lot of stuff. We talked about getting up,
Yeah, we
getting the
did.
sun in your eyes, getting that sleep.
Yeah.
So I think we've covered the important
We
topics.
Oh yeah, man.
You
Who
know,
needs those other guys, you
at
know?
least yeah, we can do this ourselves.
Oh, that's good stuff. Well, dude, thanks for being the one that showed up tonight. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Absolutely, man. My
You
pleasure.
you
It's
came
always
you came through for me, so thank you. I appreciate it.
good. Good. No, I'm glad I
Yeah.
could. I love it. I love getting on with whether it's just you or you know, definitely when the crew's on. It's a fun
Hmm.
time. It's a good time, and good you know, just good
It's
conversation, good info.
That's right.
Good data,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah. I love it. All right. Well, I guess we can wrap this one up. You got words of wisdom?
Oh man, so you guys put me on the spot. I never look them up in advance. I just want everybody to know, if you're keeping track, I think them up usually when Andrew first asks, and usually there's a little bit of downtime, or maybe someone goes first, and I gotta like think of something or like cook it up myself.
Yeah,
Um, Gosh,
yeah.
what's in my head? Words of wisdom.
I'll say mine.
Go ahead. Go. Yeah,
My words of wisdom for this week is don't suck. So don't suck.
that's it. And you know
Yeah.
what? I'm gonna piggyback on that.
Yeah.
Um, that's entirely your decision, no matter who you are.
Ooh.
Right? That don't
Yeah.
suck. And hey, man, that's your decision.
Wow. Man, we're good.
I know. See, just one thing
Man,
feeds off the other.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. All right, cool. Well, I'll go ahead and close this one out. Thanks for doing this, man. Truly appreciate it. To all the listeners out there, if you're struggling, you need help, anything like that, don't forget the VA has some great resources. You can always dial 988, press option 1. You can always text 838-255, or you can go to veteranscrisisline.net and click on that chat icon. Any of those options will put you in contact with somebody that can help you out. But remember, one veteran life loss is one too many. I care about you. Bone cares about you. The veteran community cares about you. So please reach out for help. And if you're out there, you're not struggling, reach out to your buddies. Ask them how they're doing. And if they need that helping hand, please give it to them. All right, man. One last time. Thank you. Thank you. Much appreciated. To everybody out there, stay motivated. Change your socks.